गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो प्रोक्ता गोपालनन्दन। वादो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं सुतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं। देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतथा भेषजला गान्धारीलोकला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेणवती। कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावती। तोतेन खलु पाण्डवैर्नदी कैवर्तकः केशवः। सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाज्ञानकेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं। लोके सज्जन षट्पदैरहरः तेऽपीयमानं मुदा। भूयात् भारतमङ्गलं परिमलम् प्रध्वंसि न श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं। यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुवन्ति देवैः। वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। नानावस्थिततत्त्वेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः। यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा। देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः।
Because everybody is supposed to start any process of discussions with the Guru. Whatever I have learned is through my Guru. So what is the general Guru Vandanam we do? Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So who is the prime Guru? Brahma. Why? Learning is through questioning. Any learning starts with the question. The Brahma is the god of questions. Creativity. Creativity, generally we interpret Brahma creation. Creation starts with the creativity first. So Brahma is the god of research, PhD. If you want to investigate something, identify something, innovation, improvisation, the starting process is Brahma. It should come from your Hridaya. The question why, how, when, where, what. So the god of all these WWWH is Brahma. And where does it come from? It comes from Hridaya, Guhara, Madhye. Inside your Hridaya, where you don't know. Somewhere inside that, it's a Guhya. Guhya means you don't know where is it. You don't know what does it mean. All that is called, if you don't know, that's called Guhya. Hridaya, that it is inside the Guha. When the Guha is there, a cave is there, you don't know what is inside. So Hridaya is like a Guha in which the creativity Brahma is there. So any Dhyana sloka or before that, the starting should be Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. It is Brahma who is my Guru. But I have no connection with the Brahma straightforward. I have not seen him. In front of me, he was not there. I am not following him straight. So I am not straight with him, but I am with some connectors. So then I should connect with all the gods. And for us, Brahma is not a deity in most of the places, except one or two places in the world. Brahma is never having a temple. So most of the temples are started with Shiva. Krishna temple or Vishnu temple came later. Shiva was the first. That's why Ramayana also is a story told by Shiva. Even Rama did prayers to Shivalinga. So Shiva is the first one. So the starting is Sadashiva Samarambham. Started with the Sadashiva. And who propagated the whole thing? In Bharat it is Shankara. Therefore it is Shankaracharya Madhyama. Sadashiva is the starting, Shankara is the Madhyama. Asmat, from him, Acharya Paryantam. My Guru who taught me all this. Even this information is given by my Guru. So I salute him. Right? So where should you start? Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu is very famous. Everybody knows. But second one you will hear only when you listen to the Swamiji groups, where mostly the Vedantic Swamijis will be. So what is that chanting? You want to chant? Asmat.
Asmat.
Who? Shankaracharya. Acharya Madhyamam. But before that you should connect to Sadashiva. Sadashiva Samarambham.
Sadashiva Samarambham.
Shankaracharya Madhyamam.
Shankaracharya Madhyamam.
Asmat Acharya Paryandam.
Asmat Acharya Paryandam.
So who is my Acharya? I have few Acharyas who taught me the Vedic lectures or maybe the Vedic sessions or maybe meditation. So all those Guru has to come in my manas before I start with. Okay. Sadashiva Samarambha.
Sadashiva Samarambham.
Shankaracharya Madhyamam.
Shankaracharya Madhyamam.
Asmat.
Asmat.
Acharya.
Acharya.
Paryandam.
Paryandam.
Continue that and end in your Guru. One day, Guru Parampara.
Guru Parampara.
So I am praying all the Guru Paramparas. For what? What they have done to us. That also you should tell, right? Why should I do this to them? The reason is, they have not taught me anything. It is not a teaching. There are gurus who teach everything. Like LKG teachers, they keep on repeating the thing so that it gets in you. But gurus are not LKG teachers. They are all PG. They take you to research. They are only called gurus. Otherwise they are called normal teachers. So what is guru's job? After PhD you are supposed to teach somebody else, right? Correct or not? Creating gurus is the job of guru. So don't make them to by heart things, but make them to learn by heart. Oh, understood the difference, right? So gurus will not teach you anything. They will make you capable of learning things by yourself. Right? So guru's job is not to show you things. Guru's job is to give you vision where you can see things perfectly. Ajnanatimidandasya. Ajnanam is not having knowledge.
Right.
But we have knowledge about everything. I don't know, this itself is the greatest knowledge. So that means you know existence of something. But you are not very clear about it. Everybody knows. Every one of us think, I know this, I know that. No? So Guru also says, yes, we know that you know. But do you have clear vision? When is clear vision? The Gita sloka is chanted. But do you know, need not know word by word, but do you know this stanza represents this? There is a nice simile given about the river structure in which crocodile is given. A simile is taken. Crocodile is this fellow. No? Wave is this fellow. The pool is this fellow. We don't even think about such things, right? We think these are all praying to, is actually scolding somebody else. Without even knowing it is scolding to somebody else, we will say it is Dhyana. When we praise somebody, we have to also make somebody else lower. So that process is done in the Gita sloka. But people may not know what it is. Once you know, then you will realize, oh, this is a great sloka. This is how it is to be written. So knowledge is, Ajnanam has to be removed. Ajnanam is like a cataract. Timiram is cataract. Right? So many of us are in cataract. So what is the padalam? What is the layer which is blocking my knowledge? Cataract is you have a layer there which has to be removed, right? That layer of not having knowledge is what is making us. They don't have blindness, but they have vision, but nothing is clear. That is cataract. A vague or maybe a hazy vision is there. So we also have hazy knowledge about many things. Ajnana timirandasya. What a beautiful slogan. No? Ajnana timirandasya. Jnananjana shalakaya. Jnanam is like a kajal which is applied to your eyes. Jnananjana. Anjana means kajal. Jnananjana shalakaya. Knowledge is like a kajal. Ajnanatimirandasya. Ajnanatimirandasya. Jnananjana shalakaya. Chakshurunmilidam yena. Chakshurunmilidam yena. Chakshu is eye. Unmilidam is applied. Yena. That person. Chakshurunmilidam yena. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I salute that Guru who opened my eyes. He is giving me the vision to know. What beautiful sloka. And there is a great knowledge which we should have from this sloka. Today cataract doesn't have a kajal treatment. Cataract is treated by surgery, right? If a poet has to write this, that means once upon a time in Bharat, we had kajal which can remove cataract. Otherwise, nobody takes simile in poetry, which is not in practice. So there was a practice with the kajal, people are treated for cataract. So these are the three slokas. Generally, people accept it because this is why I am. Now in the Gita Dhyana sloka also let us understand little vaguely, right? So which sloka is more acceptable to you? Scolding somebody or praising somebody? Praising somebody. That's why two slokas generally it is very difficult for me to understand. Right? The rest of the slokas I love. Parthaya Pradibodhita. So who is the person who started actually the Bhagavad Gita? Partha. Though there was a question in the first chapter, we will know. There was a question, but that question is not what is that made Krishna to speak. The 60-kilometer wide warfield, in the center 30 kilometer in Kurukshetra. Krishna, have you seen Peter Brook's Mahabharata?
No, I haven't seen that.
Beautiful. So he takes in the center, and there, and you know where they were staying? The war happened in Kurukshetra. Location wise also you must know. Haryana, UP, Patna, and Nepal. You see the location, no? So Nepal is the forest world, Pandavas world. Whose palace? And all those places where they went, they had either relationship with them or they were caught or disturbed. So all those disturbed people became against Pandava, became part of Kaurava. So it was not a war between two kings. We will see a lot of people joining from different kingdoms. Right? And all of them either were relatives to Kaurava or Dushala's husband. Dushala's husband is who? There is only one girl for Kaurava, right? 100 boys and one girl. So he also had a part. Who is that? Check. The names are too many names, you know. Anyway, when you go through the go through the Dhyana sloka itself, you will get most of them. Jayadratha. Go through the Dhyana sloka, you will get all these names. Is there no? So why in the Dhyana sloka? Why in the Dhyana sloka Jayadratha name came? Got it? So it is not praising Krishna alone is Dhyana sloka. Not praising Bhagavad Gita alone is Dhyana sloka. Enemies are characterized as crocodile, whirlpool, and Shakuni is given the name of blue lotus. Nilolpalam. What is Nilolpalam? Don't think Nilolpalam is an offering by me to Lord Krishna. That is, Shakuni is given the name of Nilolpala. Gandhara Nilolpala. Correct? The Nilolpalam, the blue lotus came and then the beauty is lost. And that fellow comes from Gandhara. Okay, so now you can see Parthaya Pradibodhita. It is initiated by Partha, Bhagavata, the Lord Krishna himself. Narayanena Swayam. So the Vishnu himself is giving you the lecture. Otherwise generally gurus used to give. But here Vishnu himself is giving. But through whom? Vyasena Viradita. In some, the Peter books and all, you will not see Sanjaya. You will see only Vyasa there. Because Vyasa's representative is Sanjaya. So why do he give representation? He himself comes there. Vyasena Gridina Purana Munina. What is Puranam? Ancient. Puranam has got translation of English is ancient. But in Bharatiya Vedanta Shastram, Vedic knowledge, Puranam and Itihasam are stories.
Old stories.
That means there is no base for this. Don't ask questions whether it happened or not. See, somebody asked logically whether Gita happened or not, right? So in the Dhyana slokam itself it is declared. Because everybody knows 60-kilometer wide war field in the center. The whole Gita is 700 slokas. The old cassette used to be 4 cassettes. 8 hours. If you chant this, it takes 8 hours. Do you think 8 hours everybody will stay idle? The whole war is only 8 hours. Daytime only they will fight war. So morning 10 o'clock they gather, office time. Up to 5 o'clock one day, Bhagavad Gita class. And what the others did? Yes, the other day we told it is millions of people gathering together for a war. And only Arjuna and Krishna discussion. And through internet connection, Wi-Fi, direct telecast, receive only terminal, no interactive terminal. That means he couldn't, Sanjaya or Dhritarashtra could not communicate to Arjuna and Krishna. They could only hear, right? But there is one more person who listened all this. Who was that? If it was only Krishna and Arjuna, how do we know?
Sanjaya said, right? So Sanjaya is the sea.
Sanjaya is that's
Narrator
the
for- yeah.
receiver terminal. That's equivalent to Vyasa.
Okay.
But Vyasa explained all this to us, but not live. I told you it is in the 10th day. 9 days it was Bhishma. When Bhishma was down, only 2 people cannot be killed by anybody else. Even Krishna can be killed by somebody else. One is Bhishma and the second one is Drona. So when Bhishma was in action, Duryodhana was the most powerful king. Correct? But then there is one more powerful person, no? Drona. Why he should be worried? If somebody can kill a person who cannot be killed, 100% sure, the second person who cannot be killed also can be killed, right? That's a logic. So second person is lesser powerful, but he also cannot be killed. So these 2 people are there, very strong. But when the first person who was most powerful was killed, Dhritarashtra had this question that was asked to Sanjaya. But there is one person who is sitting on top of the chariot, that is Hanuman. So it says there was Hanuman who was listening to all this. So 2 people heard directly. One heard through remote control, and the other fellow gave the lessons to, but that was not live. Live was only for 2 people, Arjuna and Hanuman. After 9 days, the 10th day, a flashback review, quick look was given. But still that is 700 slokas. So how do you think these people will stay? So you don't have to consider it as, if I have to give some message to somebody, assume in your house and there is a guest. He has to inform that to his wife that to make child. Do you think he will immediately say make child? Good enough, right? One action is good enough for one sentence. So for a god to give 700 slokas, ask questions, you don't require too long. So nothing was, this is somebody is explaining you, this is what happened. If I have to explain what happened, then it takes longer time. Correct? But the slokas are told by Krishna. This is the logic. Don't think that it happened in the same time and somebody explained it. It was only the Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam. Because 18 days war, 9 days is over, that's exactly the Madhya. Advaita-amrita-varshinim. Advaitam is an amrita. Advaita-amrita. Varshinim, that is being given like a shower to you. That means the whole Bhagavad Gita is Advaita. There is no Dvaitam. There are 2 philosophies in Bharat, Dvaitam and Advaitam. Indian philosophy, there is a small, maybe some 20 minutes, 30 minutes lecture there. Right? Dvaitam and Advaitam. There are 2 set of people. That was there from Shankara's time, explained to us, but before that it was existing. Shankara explained to us. So, but Shankara was a Advaita Vedanti. He says there is no 2 human and God, it is within us. We ourselves is the God representative. That's what he says. Advaita Amritavarshinim Bhagavadi Ashta Adhyaya. How many Adhyayams? Adhyayam is his chapter. 18 chapters are there. Ambatvam anusandadami Bhagavad Gita bhavadveshinim. Amba is goddess. The whole goddess is represented as Amba. Now you again see the Krishna's Dhyana sloka. Who is coming? Amba is coming. Why Amba is coming? there is a saying, Vishnu, Shiva and Brahma, they became Vishnu and Shiva and Brahma because all of them meditated upon Adi Parashakti. Mother Goddess in the ultimate form is called Adi Parashakti for millions of years. They never became God by themselves. They meditated upon Adi Parashakti. That's why it is called Adi Parashakti. The power of Om was totally absorbed by Shiva, but he did the largest or the longest meditation. That's why he looks older. When we see God, we know that they are not equally young, right? They are represented. I remember there is a beautiful representation of all the goddesses themselves in different forms. Like we have got Lakshmi, Saraswati, Durga, Tripura Sundari, correct? Do you think all of them have same age? No. All of them have different age. Dhumavati. Have you heard about this? Goddess Dhumavati. Dhumavati is the goddess who will follow the people who are in the deathbed to the graveyard. She will not appear you at the time of the good time. Whereas Tripura Sundari is not 70 years old, 17 years old. Whereas Dhumavati is 70-year-old. So that's called the Dasha Mahavidya. If you want to learn about all the Devi Sankalpas in different forms, different meditation practices, there is a Dasha Mahavidya. One of my book is there on Dasha Mahavidya, in which the pictures are given by the great painters who captured the whole sloka describing the goddesses and they painted. The picture never came by somebody taking pictures, right? There was slokas about each of the goddesses. So from that picture somebody interpreted. So based on their age they have given. When you say Durga, we know she is maybe equal to our mother's younger sister or somebody. But if you cannot tell something directly to your mother, you can tell your mother's sister and ask them to recommend. In our family also we will see a lot of people like that. Correct? Where they are more powerful. So similarly, the goddess here, Amba. So Amba is the person who is giving you the Bhagavad Gita. And what is the purpose? Deva, actually raising to the Deva level, the manifestation of the Deva is what is explained. Namostu te vyasa vishala buddhe. Vishala buddhi. Vishala buddhi is high intellect, the great intellectual person. Who is that? Vyasa. Namastu te, salutation to you. So the second one is not to Lord Krishna. First one is to actually to Amba, Devi. Again I told you, when you Guru Parampara, when you chant, you go to all the forms. Sadashiva, then Shankara, then my immediate. Similarly, here Amba is most important. But there is a person who made Amba to pray. You need some reason. And what is the reason? Which started with the Partha. The Partha is the person who asked question. So it starts from Partha, ends in Amba, the first sloka. The second sloka is for Vyasa. Kullara Vindaya Padatra Netra. And he is a beautiful man. Correct? And intellect people, it is not intellect alone. It comes through your eyes. They are live people. And not that he is intellect and kept quiet. He started giving messages. Enattvaya Bharata Taila Purna. Purna. It is full. Fully given. How? Prajolido Nana. It is Prajolidam, means glorified or gratified. Fully content is Jnanamayam. Jnanamayam is filled with knowledge. Not that he is a bright intellectual fellow. Whatever he spoke had all that what he had. See, Vyasa wrote the whole Mahabharata in that one parva, little bit slokas. Out of 1,700,000 sloka is only Gita. But which is famous? Probably Gita is more famous than Mahabharata. People read Gita more than Mahabharata. So the essence is given there. Prajolita Jnanamaya Pradipa. Then Prapanna Parijadaya Totra Vetraika Panai Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya. Which is Jnana Mudra? This is God. This is human. Mixing that together is Jnana. You reaching to God is called Jnana Mudra. That's why all the god or goddesses will have this mudra, which is called a Jnana Mudra. This is also called a Chin Mudra. And this is how we milk the cow. So the cow milking mudra is called a Jnana Mudra. So a lot of things to learn in the mudras. This is your head. These are your hands. These two are your hands. These are your legs. Fine? Whenever we have to think, what do we do? Keep our hand on the head, right? Definitely when you want to think, you keep your hand on the head. So that way also, you keep your hand on the head. That Jnana. That's why all the chantings normally, when we learn, the hands in the mudra is Jnana Mudra. Got it? So this is the Jnana Mudra. Chin Mudra or Jnana Mudra. Prapanna Parijadaya Totra Vetraiga Panai Jnana Mudraya Krishnaya Gita Amrutam Duhe. Duham is milk. Which is the Duham? Milk here. Gita. Which is the Amrit. Right? So the nectar Gita, which is called the Duham, is taken by the Jnana Mudra or the milking Mudra from where? From the cow. Which is the cow here? Sarvopanishato Gavo. Upanishad is the cow. Upanishad is the cow. Then nobody can milk the cow without the calf going and sucking milk first time, so that the cow will give you milk. The starting is the calf going and sucking. And who is the calf here? Arjuna. Sarvopanishato Gavo Dugdho Gopala Nandana. And Gopalan is the person. Who is Gopalan? Krishna. Krishna is the person who did the Dugdha job. Dugdha is milking. Partho Valsa. Partha is the calf. Sudhir Bhokta Dugdam Gitamrudam Duhet. Because of Partha, he started sucking. He asked a question. Krishna gave answer. Therefore, salutation to. See, the starting was Partha, then Amba, then Vyasa, then now Lord Krishna for giving the milk, but the reason is again Partha. So who is more important Bhagavad Gita? The question is answered very simply by the three slokas. Partha, who is more important? Who is more important in a class? The student or a teacher? Student is more important. There are no questions, teachers cannot answer, they cannot perform well. Why Bhagavad Gita came? Not because of Krishna, Bhagavad Gita came because of Arjuna. See, what a beautiful sloka is that. The importance of the teachers are nullified and the importance of students are, correct, raised up. Now, Vasudeva, but the teacher must be able to answer all the questions, right? Vasudeva Sudham Devam. And the greatness of the teacher is being told him. Vasudeva Sudham Devam is a great man. He is Vasudeva's putra, right? Because they have the greatest father in the world. Vasudeva Sudham Devam. Kamsa Chanura Mardana. He killed Kamsa and Chanura in the younger age itself. You want to know Lord Krishna's biodata? I have put Lord Krishna biodata DrTPS. His date of birth, date of death, what he did in his life, All that is explained. Okay? It's in Facebook or blog. I think it's in my blog. Lord Krishna, Biodata, DrTPS. Just type in that. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Vardhanam Devagi Paramanandam. It's actually Devagi's happiness. Now, the bhakti you can see, each one of them. Vasudeva also had bhakti towards Krishna. Devagi also had bhakti towards Krishna. Kamsa also had bhakti towards Krishna. Accept it. Otherwise he could have been easily killed. No. It's nice to die. In life we have to die. But from whom we should get death is important. Right? Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Now there is a beautiful student and he got a wonderful teacher. Now the next two slokas is talking about what context this lesson was given. Now student is there, teacher is there. Now what do you want? You want a place where you can teach. And what is that place? Context has to be there. The context is given. Bhishma Drona Tata Jayadratha Jala. Bhishma Drona. These are two seashore or the river shore, bank. And which is the river? Jayadratha is the river. Gandhara Nilulpala. And what is the? Shakuni is there. Who is the? Gandhara Nilulpala. Shalya Grahavati. Shalya is there. Who is Shalya? The king Shalya. Kripas. Is it Kripas? Brother-in-law? I think Shalya is Madri. Who is Madri? Shalya is Madri's husband. Right? Shalya Grahavati. Who is Grahavati? Crocodile. Shalya is the crocodile there in this river. Kripa. Who is Kripa? Kripacharya. He is there. Vahini is like a pool. Karnena Vela Kula. Karna is there, who is much more dangerous. Then Ashwathama Vikarna. What is that? Bigger than crocodile? Alligator. Ashwathama is given the form of a alligator. Ashwathama Vikarna. Ashwathama Vikarna Karna. And Vikarna. There are two people. Karna and Vikarna. Gora Mamara. All these people are very dangerous fellows. Where Duryodhana Vartini. They are all staying with the whom? Duryodhana. Now the explanation is given. This is nothing to do with the Bhagavad Gita, but saying in which class. Assume that you have a mathematics class. First teacher, student, teacher, then the classroom is explained. In this context it is to be done, right? Pandavai Rananadi. Ranam is killing, enemy. Rananadi. It is the enemy's river. Kaivartaka Keshava. Who handled all this situation? Keshava. You can see in the whole Mahabharata war, most of these people are not killed by direct fighting. Assume there is a whale, a crocodile. Do you think you go straight to crocodile and then start killing? Crocodile has to be caught by putting thread from the back and then tying its mouth. Right? Each one of them. The whirlpool, you cannot stand in the front and then start fighting with the whirlpool. You will have to only make a bridge across it without hitting that, right? So all these tricks are used in Mahabharata war. And who is responsible for all this? Keshava. So that explains. This is a very difficult river to cross. So crossing a river is not with your power. You are not powerful than any of the streams. Correct? You are not powerful than the wild animals. But still, You can cross that and reach, because there are two people who are on the bank. They will support you. Who are the two people who supports? Bhishma and Drona. Inside there are a lot of problems. But who is the guard there? If the guard is not perfect, you cannot build a bridge, right? The river is dangerous, but bank is not that dangerous. They will support you. What a beautiful simile, no? Have you heard this? This is how it is to be learned. Then, the other side, who has with you? Parashara Maharshi, Parashariya, Vaja, Saroja Mamalam. One is blue lotus, and here is full of beautiful white, beautiful lotus. Gita, Artha, Gandha. The Gita is smelling, where the Gandham is in the Saroja Mamalam. What is the smell? The real smell of Gita. And Gita's Artham. Artham is the meaning. The meaning is the smell inside that. Nanakhyanaka Kesaram. And you can describe it in whatever style you want. Akhyanam is possible. The beauty of Bhagavad Gita is you read once, you will understand one style. Second time, third time, fourth time you start reading, you will understand it in a different style. Akhyanam is possible. Interpretation by you can be Nanakhyanam. Nanam doesn't mean four. Different directions, because four directions are there. So all the four directions, how do you see a thing? By moving around. That way you can see Gita. Nanakhyanaka Kesaram Harikatha. Therefore it becomes a Harikatha. Harikatha is Krishna's story. Sambodhana Bodhitam. You will realize it. Loge Sajjana. The logam becomes Sajjana. When Nashtoidara Hara Pepiya Manam Muda Dhrayat Bharata Pankajam. If every people becomes very good, the whole place will become lotus. Right? It becomes so clean, so neat, so smelly. Everybody becomes good in this. Kalimala Pradyumsina Sreyase. The whole place will become glorious, and at this context, at this juncture, this time, that is beautiful. And what you can gain? You can do many things. Like what? What Lord Krishna has done. You will also reach the status of the Lord Krishna's kid. So learn this perfectly. You can also call yourself as Lord Krishna, and you can do wonders. And what are the wonders he has done? Mukam karoti vachalam. A deaf and dumb person could speak. Pangum Langayate Girim. What he did? Where is that place? The Giri has been lifted up. Where is Govardhana? Mathura. Where is Mathura? Taj Mahal, you know. Agra is little bit southward to Agra is Mathura. And Mathura, there is, when you go towards south, the left, that means east side is Mathura. The west side is the Govardhan, the Vrindavan. Vrindavan is there. And Govardhanagiri is a big one. You can take circumambulation around it. It's a beautiful one. Only hardly, it's like a small village, any North Indian UP village style. It's not maintained properly and all that, but that's a big mountain. Maybe I think 6 kilometers. That means 13 kilometers you have to walk to take one projection. So he has lifted it. You can also do such great things in your life. Yat kripatamaham vande paramanandamadhavam. You will realize really reaching up to the Godhood if you learn this. What is the advantage? Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stumbandi Divyai Devai Sangapada Pramoga Upanishad Upanishad you can learn from this. Yam Sagama. You can learn this Upanishad as a Brahma who learns. That means with a lot of creativity, understanding. Because this is not a class lecture given by somebody, question and answers. The real practical applications you will get. Dhyana vastita dadgadena manasa pashyanti yam yogina. You take it inside your manas. You will also get into the yogina style. You will reach that yasyandam na vidu surya suragana devaya tasmai namaha. The enmity in you. Who is enemy? In Devi slokas, you will hear lot of names of Devi is called Sahasranam. What is Sahasranam? Vishnu also had Sahasranam. What is the purpose of chanting all this? Who gave Sahasranam? Last week we told this. The Vishnu who taught Dharmaputra the Sahasranam. Right? Similarly, Devi Sahasranamam also we chant, in which you will see Shatru Buddhir Vinashaya. Heard of this? Shatru Buddhir Vinashaya. That is one name of goddess. Who is Shatru for you? That means you. If I have enmity to somebody, the enmity is in that object or me? In me. So, where is the Shatru Buddhi? It is in me. Shatru Buddhir Vinashaya means destroy my enmity, not my enemy. Got it? So, no, but some people interpret it saying the Shatru Buddhir Vinashaya. The Shatru's Buddhi has to be destroyed. That means destroy the enemy. So don't destroy. Nowhere destroying enemy is being given. It is only destroying yourself is what is given. What is destroying yourself? All the Indriyas has to be closed. So what do you get? Surya, Asurya, Gana. There are Surya and Asura Ganas here. What is your job? Control all this. Devaya. And they are all Devas. My enemy also becomes a Deva. Therefore, you will not have enmity towards either Gandhari or Duryodhana or your Guru because they stay along with my enemy. There is some reason. You will understand all these are the part of the job which I am supposed to do. So you little bit understood what is Dhyana Sloka now? Correct? And then we will go to, what is the time now? You have time? You want to go to chapter number 1? Or you want a brief of all the chapters?
No, let's go to chapter 1.
Chapter 1 is giving the formation of why. The first sloka is, what is the first sloka? Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyutsavaha mamaka. What does it mean? Dharma kshetre kurukshetre. Which is Kurukshetra? The place. But what is the explanation given for Dharma kshetra here? Dharma kshetra, Dharma means righteousness, right? Kurukshetra itself is given a equal name, which is the Dharma kshetra. Dharma kshetra, Kurukshetra, or Dharmam Kuru. Kshetre, Kshetra, Kuru, Dharmam. Wherever Kuru Dharma was there, which is Kuru Dharma? Who is Kuru? Kauravas are Kuru Vamshas. Right? So which Dharma was existing there? Kuru Dharma. That means Duryodhana's Dharma. Because the question is asked by Dhritarashtra. Do you think he will say, this is the place of Dharmakshetra? Dharmakshetra is Dharmaputra, right? Only Vyasa twisted and wrote like this. Actual question asked by Dhritarashtra was, this Kurukshetra, correct, no? Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre. It is Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra means where Kuru is being the king. Samaveda Yutsavaha Mamaka Pandavaschaiva. Mamaka, my people. Pandavaschaiva, the Pandavas kids. Kiva Kurvadi Sanjaya. Tell me what is happening there. Right? When is it asked? The 10th day. Where is the answer for this? The last sloka. I don't know whether in that book it is the last sloka. 18th chapter.
18th chapter and
78 slokas are there, so it must be 78th one. Starting with Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. Now there is a question asked by Sanjaya. What is the question? What is happening there? So that means what is his aim? Duryodhana wanted to know who is going to win. But Dhritarashtra wanted to know who is going to win. Whether my son Duryodhana or the Pandu son Dharmaputra. Correct? The answer is given straight by whom? Sanjaya. The question is asked by the king to his driver, Sanjaya. So the answer is given. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. Wherever the Yogeshwara Krishna is standing. Who is Yogeshwara? The master of yogas. Right? Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaham. Wherever Partha is standing with his weapon. Then what will happen? Tatra Sri Vijayo. There only the Vijayam will happen. Why are you asking this stupid question? Correct? The answer is straight away given. Why are you asking this question? 100% sure wherever the Yogeshwara is staying. You see, this answer is given 10th day. The war is yet to go. Another 8 days. So he is saying that there only what will happen? Neither Mother Mamaha. Nidhi. Nidhi is the right things will happen. Mother Mamaha. So, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno Tatra Partho Dhanurdharaham Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhudir Dhruva. Where the whole world, wherever the Nidhi happens, the right things will happen, the abhivrddhi will happen, the wisdom will happen, dharma will happen. Don't have to ask, not just this war. Everything will become successful only in one place. So there is only one question asked in the Bhagavad Gita, not Arjuna. This is not Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita comes to make sure or make you to understand the Yogeshwara is there and Partha is there. They are the great people. Wherever good students are there, good masters are there, success will come. And who is the good student? Arjuna. Who is the good master? And who has to be the good master? He has to be Yogeshwaran. What is yoga? In all the 8 steps. Ashtanga yoga. You should have Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. He has to be a meditation master. Fine? So the all chapters which you see now, where the first chapter is called the, what is the name of the chapter? Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Vishada means sadness, confusion. You don't know what to do. When you get tensed, generally your brain will not work. Emotions will start blowing up. Whatever you have learned will be lost. When you get angry, you scold somebody 100 times, I told you. Correct? You must not have told even once. First time only you are saying. That means 1 and 100 numbers you will not realize. All this happens when you are in Vishada. Right? The Vishada which make your temperament will change and you will start violence. So whose mind was in full violence? Arjuna's. Right? Therefore, the Bhagavad Gita is a place where Vishada, violence existed, and the last one becomes full meditation. 18th chapter is meditation. Right? That is why he says, Sarva dharman parityajya. You forget everything. Surrender to me. What is surrendering to God? That is meditation. So this is a real yoga class where a violent situation of a person who has got good brain but he is violent and therefore he is not able to act. He does everything. The all action is done the same person by same style, but he does it not in violence but in silence. So don't do anything with your manas, buddhi, with the full of confusion. Both manas and buddhi has confusion. When you are in anxiety, when you are in tension, when you are in sad mood, the brain will not work. Confusion will be there, conflict will be there. So Bhagavad Gita is a science of conflictology. Resolving conflict is Bhagavad Gita's message. Not proclaiming somebody to war. He would have also fought war. How? With all the confusion and tension and anxiety. Then what would have happened? First day itself, Arjuna would have been got killed. Correct? So don't get into action with the emotional set. What should be done? Calm, cool, silent. Take time and then slowly get into the meditative process and then that. So this tells you how to get from violence to silence. So that is why Bhagavad Gita is called a yoga class. Bhagavad Gita is only a yoga class where action is to be done, but do it in meditative style. Don't get panic. Don't jump into death. You can die, anybody will die, but peacefully, not with the tension. In meditative style, you must live. So what is the second line? I don't have the text. So where the Sanjaya is explaining the war field. The whole first chapter is only war field description. So is that important? Answer is probably no. Because all the formations and everything is done. So there are only few slokas which are very clearly which says which is important. What are they? It talks about each king coming and standing and they have their own sirens. Right? They have their own musical instrument also. Make all the sound there. And then what is important is given chapter number 1, probably the 29th sloka is shown as 24th is also important, I think. Correct? Where the description is given and then the questions are asked by Arjuna. 24th is Senayor Ubhayor Madhye. Where should you get me my chariot? In the, that is 21st one, no?
24th is, yeah, as requested by Arjuna is taking.
Where is the 21st one? Where the Arjuna talks. Arjuna Vacha. Senayor madhye ratham sthapayame achyutam. Where should you take my ratham? In the center of the marfield. It is 21st one. Yeah. Senayor madhye. In the whole Sena, the 60-kilometer wide one, take me. The explanation about the army is given, but that is not important for us. Important is where Arjuna says, take my Ratha in the middle, 30 kilometer. 21st sloka. But what happens to most of the people, they start reading Bhagavad Gita from line number 1, they feel bored. And third sloka, they will say, it's not interesting. Correct? Even the ghee is given, payasa is given, you like only kaju, eat kaju first. Or maybe kismis is what is your interest, take kismis first, right? Then you will start reading. Senayor madhye ratam sthavayame achyutam. Please keep my chariot in the middle. Where is this middle is what is explained by the 20 slokas. How big is that is being explained in the 20 slokas. Yavadetani achadema ya aham yodhu kamana vastitan. It is my desire. I am having the desire for what? Not to fight, but to see the whole description what you have given. The whole thing I wanted to see. Kairmaya saha yodha vyasasmin rena mudhyame. There are a lot of enemies and they are all ready to fight. So what is my interest? To see all of them. He had a lot of interest in seeing. Only after seeing he felt really upset. That's it. Yotsya manana veshe aham ya yadetra samagrata. Whatever is my desire. What is my desire? Dhritarashtrasya durbuddher yuddhe priya chi. It is really my interest. Priya chi kir shavaha. Which the desire for my fighting. I have to show. Full thrill. The whole warfield, take me in the center. Really a fearful person, what he would have done? No, he would have stayed. See, if you have fear for dancing on a stage, what do? Will you stay in the center of the, or you stay in the corner? The corner. Why did Arjuna came to this place? Because he has full spirit of fighting. Don't think that, see, but while seeing all the people, he got scared. Fine? What happened to him? That you can see in Sloka 29 or Gandhivam is being explained there. Now the Sanjaya's explanation, who are the, seeing who are all the people who got really scared. That is important. But then, most important could be, what happened to Arjuna? And that is there in 29th sloka, you check. What is 29th sloka?
Vepatushcha sharairene
Roma harshyatya jayate. His Roma started. See, when you get fear, what will happen? Each hair will start raising up. And your mouth will start drying. And hand will start sweating. And he has got Gandiva, that will fall down. This happens to anybody who is first time on a stage and who is fearing, because this is the greatest war which he is going to fight first time. Okay? Gandivam parishishyade. His Gandivam is falling. His mouth is drying up. Fine? The first chapter, there is no Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavan is not speaking. The conflict of a fearful fighter. That's all what is told. Then, what is the next sloka? 45:1. What is 45?
44 to 47.
44 to 47. What is that? In which 45 is the?
basically he says I would prefer that I be killed
Yeah.
instead of killing my.
I don't want to fight with all these people. What do I prefer? The 44 to 46 is where real fear. The physical falling, physical mouth drying up, hand sweating, everything is okay. But when you speak about your not having desire to fight, is the worst situation. I don't want to dance. With the fear also you can dance on the stage. But you say that I want to run away from this stage. That's what he does. Fine? So what is the ultimate situation of a warrior? Running away from warfield. So the first chapter talks about the Arjuna Vishada Yoga, which talks about all the troubles which Arjuna had, where he couldn't or he wanted to, he feel like running away from the warfield. Fine? How many slokas are there in the whole first chapter?
46.
47. In which how many are by Lord Krishna?
Lord Krishna speaks only when he surrenders. I mean,
Then
in
nothing
chapter,
is there.
in chapter 1,
Chapter one,
he is telling Krishna, take me there, take me here, kind of thing.
No, but
in chapter 2, he
no
says,
talk, no opening of mouth by
Yeah.
Lord Krishna. But chapter 2, the whole thing is being explained. So, the chapter 1, Krishna has no role. Sanjaya has got many slokas and Arjuna had many slokas. 22 slokas by Arjuna. Correct? Out of 47, almost 22 slokas by Arjuna.
46.
Yeah, 46 slokas. Yeah. For Sanjaya has got 23. Okay. Krishna is fully silent. So what does it show? Here, Arjuna is a psychic patient. He has got real problem. He is not able to perform whatever he wants. He is in violence. He is not able to do his actions. And he goes to whom? Or who is supporting him? Krishna. Who is Krishna? He is the psychological counselor. Correct? So what does this first chapter explains to us? A psychological counseling person, a doctor, is not supposed to speak first. Give chance to the patient to open up all his troubles. Correct? And then, where did Krishna learn this? Or why the whole story, Krishna has a great role? What was Krishna's earlier Janma? Rama. In which Yuga? Treta Yuga. Krishna in Dwapara Yuga. And in Bhagavad Gita, you will see some reference where it says, Krishna himself says, I got such lessons, or I taught these lessons as Vishnu in the Surya Vamsha. Who is Surya Vamsha? Krishna is a Surya Vamshika. Rama is a Surya Vamshika. All the Vishnu disciples of Vishnu avatars are in Surya Vamsha. So, who is the forefather, the extreme forefather for this Surya? Surya has given this lecture to somebody. But because of different yugas passed by, all people forgot this. Therefore, I am asked to give this lesson to you. So, when did they forget? Before Janma, Rama's period, Rama himself forgot all this. So, if you look at Ramayana, you will see there is one basic lesson where Vasishtha teaches the whole things to Rama. And that lesson is called Yoga Vasishtha. There also the word yoga. The whole Yoga Vasishtha, what Rama got from Vasishtha, is given back to Krishna in the next Janma, and Krishna is giving Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. So what is the Bhagavad Gita's another name if you want to call? Ramayana's Yoga Vasishtha is Mahabharata's Gita. Essence is same, content is same. What is that? You are not able to perform. Why Rama got this lesson during Ramayana? When Rama got the primary education up to 12th class, he went back to Dasharatha and told that I don't have respect to you because you don't know how to rule the country. All the normal rituals which Rama is supposed to do was dispensed with. Then Rama was sent to Vasishtha. So whatever role which we have here for Krishna, in Ramayana we have to give it to Vasishtha. Vasishtha has given lectures. But only difference is the Arjuna was violent here, or he was not able to take a decision. In Rama's place, it was not a war field, it was a daily activity which he was supposed to do, was not done. Right? Now here, the action or the karma, motivating people to do karma, is what is Bhagavad Gita. What is our karma? We keep saying, the god of action is Vishnu. We are supposed to do some actions. That is what is being controlled by God. And therefore karma is important in life. What is karma by definition? Whether Arjuna's fighting is his karma? Yes. But then he was fighting. Every day there was something or other which was happening in his life. Bhima also had, when they were in forest, they were fighting with the devils, they had fight. Correct? But that is not given importance. Now the question is, they are fighting for whom? Now the war is for whom? Is it for their benefit or for the benefit of somebody else? Assume your life is in trouble. Do you think for fighting you will fear? No. So the fear of Arjuna, see, with the first chapter representation is the agony, tension, fear, everything. Why Arjuna had fear also we should understand. Why he has fear? Because Dharmaputra never had fear. But Arjuna had fear. The first chapter there would have been no explanation is given somewhere in Mahabharata. Who had fear? Arjuna. But not Dharmaputra. Bhima, no fear. Only Arjuna had fear. The Bhagavad Gita lecture is not given to hold Pandavas together, 5 people. Only to one person. Are you able to understand the context? The reason is Arjuna is not convinced of his dharma. He is not fully aware of his dharma. Dharmaputra is aware of his dharma. And Bhima is a true disciple who don't ask any question. Dharmaputra says immediately he will do. But Arjuna was not like that. He is an intellect. So who will have confusion in this world? Either you should travel in the dharmic path, no confusion, or you have to be a full disciple, no confusion. Right? You are in the middle where your buddhi is working. Finished. You are confused. So every person who has got his buddhi working, he will have confusion. right? And therefore, not, and who has no confusion? If you don't have any skill, you have no confusion. Correct? I don't know swimming. Therefore, seeing a swimming pool, I have no confusion. Because I decided I am not going to swim. But I know swimming, then I must have confusion. Whether the swimming pool is good, whether there is a crocodile or not. I will start thinking, right? So my brain will work only when you have skill. So who has got distress in this world? Who is psychologically upset in this world? The people who have skill. People who have intellect. Correct? Having that, given an opportunity, you are not able to perform. Correct or not? I have done my BTech. I learned computer science, but I am not able to do programming. Finished. The distress will happen, right? But I have not learned computer science, not able to do programming. Do I have any confusion? No confusion. So why this confusion in the first chapter is given? He knows why. And the whole warfield is ready. Now his confusion is what to do. So what we generally do? We will start giving explanation saying that, see, I would have done a great job, but my voice is not really good. Correct? So Arjuna also has this confusion. He keeps saying, I don't mind killing all these people, but my problem is these are all my relatives. Who? He is my guru, he is my great grandfather, he is my cousin brother. Imagine, the war was not decided one day early, not 1 week early. It was decided nearly 13 years they were preparing for the war. All these 13 years Arjuna never thought about these facts. They know that these are all relatives, right? But his mind was not ready to accept. And now what he does, he will start giving explanation saying they are all my relatives, I don't want to fight. So the first chapter is preparing you to understand why Arjuna has this confusion. Not because he is not intelligent, he is intelligent. When you are intelligent and you have all the ability to fight and there is an opportunity given to you, you are not able to perform, you get into distress. When you get into distress, your buddhi doesn't work. You will ask all stupid questions. Okay? So, the first chapter is full of redressal. Asking for solutions to his problems. But that doesn't come with the logical questions. And second chapter, the logical questions will start. I don't think there is any better sloka than 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 29th. Then 44 to the 46th, the last few slokas. Okay? So any questions? So what is the end chapter? Last chapter? Moksha Sannyasa Yoga. What is moksha? Happiness. What is sannyasam? Detached. So who has happiness? Who detaches from everything? So what is the first chapter problem? He got attached to his relatives. So from the attachment of getting very close to relatives, without you I cannot live. that sort of a situation, to moksha sannyasa yoga. That is what is whole Bhagavad Gita. From starting first chapter, take people to, every one of us have this problem. We keep saying, I am doing it because for my relatives. Without them, I will not. Without me, they will not. And that is our biggest tension and biggest worry. So the first chapter, though it explains the set of war, the set of war is not the armies, set of war is not the physical king and the weapons and the sound and sirens which they make. It has to be seen as our own relative, our own friends around us, our own company or the environment in which we live. From there, what confusion we have in our life to do this or not to do this, or to run away, whether I am not able to perform in the distressed situation where we are going into every day. That is what is to be understood. Right? Good enough?
Yes, complete. Let's do chapter 2 next time.
Chapter 1 also we will do. As earlier we learned this thing, no? Dhyana sloka. First day we learned hurdle Dhyana sloka. Second day we learned Dhyana sloka. Correct? So first what we did was given a story. So why I am doing it? Then you are interested, you will start reading it now. Fine. You will start looking at those sloka, you will start understanding it. Then we will pick up the sloka and then describe it. I learned the second chapter first actually, not first chapter first. Because I heard you say second chapter is most beautiful, you learn it. Second chapter is Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya means logic. Sankhya is asking question, why not? No, discovery style. You start understanding the reasons behind it. But then we will know, asking these questions, the reason is the first chapter. Right? See, now you realized why this was not taught to Bhima, why this Nagula Sadhava is anyway not very important roles. Anyway. So, Bhima had an important role. Dharmaputra would have been the person who got Bhagavad Gita classes, right? But he doesn't require, because he is a very firm man. He knows what he is doing. Arjuna, by character itself, he has got every power, but the youthfulness. The youthfulness is sometimes dangerous, right? You don't become. Dharmaputra means we know he is a matured person, right? Arjuna, we don't represent himself as a matured person. Every behavior, that is how the whole story we can see. The immaturity is shown, most of the places. Like Rama was matured, but Lakshmana was not that matured, right? Correct. So here also the younger brother was not very mature. So now we will see how, second chapter when the questions comes, slowly. He doesn't ask how to become a yogi. The questions itself are very beautiful. He asks how a yogi will speak. I will also try to speak like him so that I will become a yogi. Right? So those questions are interesting. So the explanations which I gave is little mature, not matured, tension, all that will give you an understanding of the second chapter in that context. Okay?
One question.
Yeah.
So Arjuna had lots of confusion, sadness, everything. For all those things, he will get the answer in the future chapters? Or
All the chapters.
in all the chapters.
And he don't get any answer, to be very frank. Because when the whole Bhagavad Gita explanation is, you are in an utter confusion. And you are in full stress. Do you think somebody gives you 18 chapter advices, you will listen carefully? Yeah? You are going for an examination. Just at the doorstep, somebody teaches you a lot of questions and answer is given to you. Do you think you can answer it straight away inside the exam hall? Therefore, what Arjuna says, Krishna, please stop this. All this is waste. I did not understand anything. You know what Krishna says? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Forget about whatever I told you. Just think about me and start writing exam. You will pass. Generally it happens when you go to exam hall, when the question is open, nothing will be in brain. But once the questions comes, you get answers. Right? Meditate upon me, I will help you. You don't make dosha or maybe chapati, first remembering the round. As you make, the round will come, right? Dosha is not made, okay, this is the round which I have to. You don't have to. Because you are doing it meditatively. But assume you are a person who are not in meditative role. You wanted to make dosha perfect, it will not become perfect. The round will go somewhere, you will do mistake, even if you are an experienced person. So what is to be done? Meditatively you do it. So he did all that. Again, Arjuna asked Krishna, tell me what are those 18 chapters which you had now? Please tell me now. Because now exam is over. And that is what the other day he was asking. I said, Guru Gita, Uttara Gita, there are different Gitas. And Uttara Gita says, don't worry about all this. You don't require Bhagavad Gita at all.
Uttara Gita and the other Guru Gita, is it
No,
part
each one of
or
them.
everything is in this Bhagavad Gita?
No, it is not there. These are all appendix sort of a thing, extra. Okay, in Uttara Gita what is said? You don't require Bhagavad Gita at all.
Oh, so Uttara Gita is not a part of this
Not part
Bhagavad
of
Gita.
Bhagavad Gita. That is after the war, when Arjuna meets Krishna, he is asking, what did you teach? Give me the essence. So that essence is being told in few slokas. And what is that sloka? It says, you don't require Bhagavad Gita, you don't require. There are a lot of Vedas in this world.
How many chapters that have? Is
That
it
has got
easier
on-
than this? If we read this, will it suffice?
No.
reading
If
this?
you read that, you will not learn this. You will say, anyway, he is told this is not useful. No? Ananda Shastram Bahu Vedidavyam Alpascha Kale Bahuvascha Vigno. There are different Shastras in this world. There are different Vedas in this world. Ananda Shastram Bahu Vedidavyam. Veda itself has many. And all the Upanishads together, it will not, it will fill this whole house. That many books we have. Alpascha Kale, you have only little bit of time in your life. Another 33 years. After the Mahabharata war, both had only 30 years, 30 and a half years. Alpascha Kale Bahuvascha Vigno. You have got lot of difficulty in your life. Where do you have time to learn all this? Alpascha Kale Bahuvascha Vigno. So don't read all this. But you must understand the essence of this. How should you understand the essence? Ivampo Vishram. Like a milk is poured in water, the swan will drink only the milk. Like this, don't read the whole Bhagavad Gita. Understand the essence of it. Chapter number 1, first sloka, second sloka, jump into 21st, 22nd, and 29th sloka, then 44th, 46th.
When you say the essence is there in that Uttama Gita, I feel like why I will read that Uttama Gita and get the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita.
That is a general statement which says, now the war is over, you don't require it. Now your war is not over. You are still in war with your life.
Yeah.
You understood?
Yeah.
So this time you require.
Yeah.
Once you cross that, whether you be successful or not, what is the question? When you reach into a meditative level, then you read the Uttara Gita. Okay. Then you will realize, oh, I did all this. Even without understanding Bhagavad Gita, I did all this. Got it?
Okay.
So, don't jump into the PG first. Get this learning. Whether you pass it or not is not important. 30% pass is also good enough. You will get into the next level. But after some time you realize, when you look down, you will understand, oh, this is required. And Uttara Gita also, again Uttara Gita, somebody the other day said he has got 200 slokas. I have only 76 slokas. Right? So not many people read that. Now, if you want to read all this, then Lord Krishna himself said, in Kalikalam, nothing is required.
Yeah. Just say his Nama.
What Nama? Hare Rama,
Hare.
Hare Krishna. What is the meaning of that?
It's a God's name.
No, it's not God's name.
It's a Nama.
It is not. Hare means steal. Moshanam.
Deal?
Steal.
Steal, okay. Yeah, I heard that.
Hare Rama. Rama, please steal. What should you steal? Take without my knowledge is stealing, right? What should you take without my knowledge? Take me. See, I am saying I am a God believer. Are you really? No, we are not. We are only pretending that we have faith in God. Which God you have faith? That also we don't know. Correct? What is God also we don't know. And we do many things. So what is the ultimate thing? Please ask God, please take me to you. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Please steal me. Take my heart to you because I am not ready to give it to you. Who will steal from you?
Thief.
When he doesn't get only, he steals, right? Why I am not giving me to you? Because I have this doubt. Do you want to surrender yourself to God? None of us want. Only we are pretending that we want. We know this. This happens in Kali Yuga. Therefore, what is to be done? Take me, please. Steal me and make it fully yours. Because I am not ready to surrender myself. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So I keep making jokes saying that no beautiful girls should chant this mantra. Some Krishna or Rama in the neighborhood will kidnap them and keep saying, every day evening I heard, please steal me, please steal me. And you cannot file a case against it. So they can record it and say the proof. Because most of us chant without knowing the minimum meaning of such slokas, right? What a beautiful sloka. Right? So this is enough. This is called, you know which mantra is this? Maha Mantra. Many people stand and go to ashram to get one mantra from the Swamiji, where you yourself is rich enough with the Maha Mantra in the world given by God himself. Correct? But only ISKCON people chant in a different style. For them, it is not Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. They changed it to Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. You know why? They don't believe in Rama, they believe in only Krishna. And who is Rama, the second Rama? It is Balarama. Krishna and his brother. So they chant Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Fine? Anything is right. Because Balarama is actually the avatar of Lakshman, reincarnated. Okay? And you will see another character which is the Vishnu avatar, who again is present in the Mahabharata. Parshurama. Parshurama is a stira, not astira. Astira means who takes a role and then vanishes, right? Rama vanishes after Treta. Parshurama never vanishes. He is a full time. So Parshurama comes in Mahabharata. Parshurama will be there in Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Satya Yuga, everywhere he comes. So in my Life Made a Simple book, I explained the Bhagavad Gita, one question, one answer. The first question in the first chapter, the answer is the last chapter. But in between, 66th sloka or somewhere he says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. That's also important. Where you asked a question, whether he really understood, whether he got an answer. Correct? If you read 66th sloka,
66 slokas in?
66th sloka, 18th chapter.
18th chapter.
That must be 66 or 67. Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Actually, that is over. Bhagavad Gita is over with that sloka. Fine? Then the rest is Sanjaya's explanation. The answer is given at the 78th sloka to the first sloka. Because the last sloka is not by Bhagavan, it is by Sanjaya. First question is as a question, last sloka is the answer. In between, 66th almost this is over. Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Surrender to me, everything.
Because like that we also have lots of confusion, lots of sadness, everything, whatever you said
Now-
for Arjuna.
now the ninth-
So that only I wanted to know.
9th chapter, 23rd sloka, I think. 23rd or 22nd?
9th chapter?
9th chapter in the middle. Now the whole Mahabharata in the middle is Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita in the middle, 18 chapters, 9th chapter. 9th chapter, 23rd sloka. That is where Yogatshemam Mahamyam. That's the ending.
9th chapters?
23rd maybe, I'm not very sure.
Okay.
There are 57 slokas, so it must be approximately that is where he says, everybody wanted to add money, add fame, add knowledge. I guarantee you. Lord Krishna guarantees that I will help you in getting everything what you want. But it may be lost also tomorrow. I will get money today, but tomorrow I will lose. Peace of mind I have today, but tomorrow I will lose. I have knowledge, but I don't remember anything. All this can happen. So Lord Krishna says, I guarantee you all these to you. When ananyas chintayantoma yejana paripasme. Without any other thoughts, all the time be surrendered to me. I'll take care of you. We don't do that. What do we do?
All the time if we surrender to him means then when we will get time to study.
See,
to do all
that
other
is what I am
household
saying. The surrendering doesn't mean all the time crossing legs and saying Rama, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.
We
He's
need
a
to
man
do
of
our own
action.
action.
He's a man of action.
Yeah, action.
Therefore, I learned meditation from Swami Rama. I am a Himalayan meditation master.
Yeah,
But my Himalayan meditation study is not to tell that cross your legs and close your eyes. Open your eyes and be in action.
be in action.
Whatever you do, when you are driving, be in meditation. When you are speaking, be in meditation. When you are cleaning the house, be in meditation. So you will never become tired in your life.
Don't keep on thinking.
So
something.
that says, surrender to me totally doesn't mean everything is left to God. Do everything in a meditative style. Fine. That is why Sarva Dharman Parityajya, every dharma you forget and then run away from the warfield is not what is said. Do your job. Ananyas chintayantomam yejana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogatshemam mahamyam. Whoever does job with full dedicated devotion is more important. Devotion to your work. Whatever you do it 100%. Without thinking about its result. But result doesn't mean not salary. You understood? Many people misinterpret this also. Okay, I have done my job. God says, no, you are a God Bhakta, so don't take salary. No. See, the phala is, now you have a maybe banana tree you are planting. Planting banana tree is your job. Giving support is your job. Protecting is your job. All that is done. Does it guarantee it gives you fruits? Not every tree gives fruits. Okay, may not give. So don't expect, because it has not given, you cannot say all the job what I did is waste. Correct? That's only what it says. We do something thinking that this is correct, this is right. The receiver may consider it as a wrong thing. It's not in my part, but I do what I am supposed to do. But why doing? Why are you doing? Why am I doing this job? Why am I doing this now? Sitting here and telling this. Why am I doing it?
Some other people may get knowledge.
No, that is
You
not
enjoy
enough.
it.
Yeah.
You enjoy, yeah.
You understood?
Yeah.
Don't do it thinking, oh, there will be 5 people who are learning from me. No. Whether you learn or not is not important. For me, it is not important. But I am enjoying it. How do I enjoy? My enjoyment is, see, you must have seen, the thrill in talking now is much higher than thrill in talking all the 1 hour. There was no question. So I enjoy questions. So when there is a question, I get my thrill. And that's enjoyment. So I am doing it full surrendered to God, and then I am performing when there is a question. So that question is the fruit. There is no question, the whole thing is useless. I planted the tree but no fruit. Correct? few slokas and explanation, maybe 18 chapters in brief, few sessions in Hyderabad. You can see Bhagavad Gita DrTPS. YouTube. Most of the discussions. Last week also we have posted. Already it is there on YouTube.
Bhagavad Gita? What is the title?
Just put BG. My short form is BG for Bhagavad Gita. Or Bhagavad.
DrTPS.
Yeah. Or BHA, Bhagavad full. Gita GITA. Gita GITA, DrTPS if you type, at least you will see some kind of thing. Maybe what I gave in some engineering college.
I saw some of your videos actually.
Yeah, making children to have some interest and spirit in Bhagavad Gita. You don't take all the explanations. Some few things what I said, maybe repeat it. Like connecting to Ramayana and such things.
If you hear it one time, it will not be.
No, it will not.
Yeah, if